Well, flooding and landslides, Matale district was one of the worst affected by the extreme weather that has claimed many lives in this country. Landslides and cave-ins claimed many lives in the Matale district alone. Predictions had been made, however, prior to this that the area was at risk of facing landslides and flooding, and predictions have been made that the area could face landslides and flooding in the future. Meanwhile, the district secretary of Matale, Helen Migasmulla, has urged people living in areas prone to flooding and landslides to evacuate. Migasmulla noted that preparations have been made to provide these people with temporary shelter.
A large crack appeared in the Rattote area in Matale with the heavy rains experienced in the area. The village is known as Pitakanda. With the rains experienced over the past few days, the Pitakanda village faced a threat of landslides. Here are the warning signs of a landslide. It is evident that this crack, which appeared on the Pitakanda main road, has spread to the mountain range. Therefore, many houses in this village are now buried under mud. A correspondent stated that it is unclear how far these cracks have spread. Several locations in Pitakanda have also caved in, while earth embankments had collapsed on houses located in certain areas. The manner in which certain houses had shifted from its original locations could also be seen. News First cameras also captured the manner in which the flash flood spread. The Matale district secretary reiterated that nearly 65 families in the area should evacuate their homes.
There
are over 1,500 families in 6 camps. No matter what problems we may face, we should immediately evacuate people living in high-risk areas and settle them in safe locations. We have made all preparations for this purpose. We are asking all those living in this area to evacuate to these safe locations that have been identified by the divisional secretary.
Furthermore, several locations in the Imbulkanda area in Totagamua, Matale had caved in. The Imbuldanda area in Totagamua, Matale also caved in. The National Building Research Organization stated that the area had caved in by 60 feet. Situations like this occur when water flows across limestone-rich soil. We conducted extensive research prior to this and had identified high-risk areas for landslides and have marked them and mapped these out. We hope to conduct more research in this area in the future to find out if these houses are at risk.
Water
flows through some of these cracks, and over a period of time it can spread to the limestones. There may be houses located in these areas. If you see any cracks appearing on your house walls, please inform the relevant officials in the area.
If risk areas were identified prior to this, why were the people not evacuated? One is that there is a problem with finding land suitable for these people to settle. The other problem is encouraging these people to go to lands that have been allocated. I have already issued instructions to the Director General and other competent authorities, and we will go there tomorrow morning and prepare a proper program. Well, floods and landslides triggered by the prevalent inclement weather have claimed 25 lives from various parts of the island. The Disaster Management Centre notes that 13 people have been reported missing.
The final rites of the 3 people who died after a tree fell on top of their van in Rattote on Monday were held this morning. The funerals were held at the public cemetery of the Manampitiya Tamil village. The victims were a 30-year-old mother of 2, Sivanasa Vanitha, a 20-year-old father of 1, L. Krishna Prasad, and a 28-year-old father of 2, Suresh Kandan. The funerals of the father and 2 sons who were killed on Monday night after an earth embankment fell on top of them in Passara were held today. The victims were a 47-year-old man, his 14-year-old and 11-year-old sons. Our correspondent in the area said that the remains of the 3 victims were placed at a nearby house. The victim's wife is currently employed abroad, and his eldest son, who is employed in Colombo, attended the funeral. Meanwhile, the body of 19-year-old M. Kasun Geetanjanage, who was washed away while attempting to rescue those stranded in the Deulvava area, was found today. He disappeared on Monday, and his body was found in Bodamunna, 2.5 kilometers away. Meanwhile, the body of a person who was missing for 3 days was found this morning in Dalupotagama, Bingiriya. The victim was a resident from Alla, Bandaravela, and was reported missing from a garage in Bingiriya. Our correspondent noted that the victim was 29-year-old M. Vijay Kumar. Measures taken on several locations to evacuate families residing in Rathota owing to the threat of landslides. A special team from the National Building Research Organization inspects the area. Investigation report was given to the officials. Informing the public will not be an issue. Today, landslides in Rathota, Mathale. It's been 2 years since Rathota was identified as a landslide-prone area. Why haven't measures been taken to protect the villagers who are at risk?
Ramesh Bandara now joins us with a comprehensive report on the weather forecast for the next few days.
Now, the current weather patterns that we are witnessing around the island is caused by this, the northeastern monsoon conditions. Now, this monsoon condition may affect, as you can see here, the northern, eastern, as well as the eastern slopes of the central hills and the Uva areas as well. The effects of the monsoon conditions will also be felt down in the Hambantota district. Now, the inclement weather was caused by turbulence in the lower atmosphere. According to the Met Department, this situation will gradually ease over the next few days. Let's now take a look at the wind conditions that will affect the country over the next few days. One can expect speeds of up to 20 and 30 kilometers per hour heading in from the northeast. Now, wind speeds ranging between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour can be experienced in the eastern coast as well as on the northwestern coastal belt. However, there is a possibility that these wind speeds might reach 50 or 60 kilometers per hour. Although the inclement weather will ease today and tomorrow, the Met Department says that the inclement weather condition could reoccur on the 22nd of this month due to a developing condition in the low atmosphere. Therefore, it is important to remain vigilant.
Well, thank you very much, Ramesh, for that very comprehensive forecast. Now, we here at the News First Weather Center will continue to monitor the situation using our broad network of provincial correspondents, and we'll keep you up to date on the latest developments as and when they unfold. For the moment, back to the main news desk.
Thank you, Nadeem. And yes, just as Nadeem said, News First will continue to monitor the developments that are taking place with the inclement weather. Stay with News First. Now, in other local news, the United National Party convened a media briefing in Colombo today. Speaking at the media briefing, MP Akila Viraj Karyavasam said that government officials are yet to visit certain areas that have been affected by the inclement weather.
Government officials have not visited certain areas. These people are yet to receive any relief or shelter. As the United Nationals Party, we ask the government to take immediate and appropriate measures by at least declaring it an emergency. The ministers have not visited these areas. They take the media to 2 or 3 places and say that they visited the affected areas. This is the reality.
Let's now take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day.
At the Cabinet media briefing held today, journalists inquired about the shooting incident that is said to have taken place last night opposite the residence of Parliamentarian President's Counsel Vijay Dasa Rajapaksa.
නමුත්ම ඊ රාත්‍රියේ අල්දාවලියම විජේදාස රාජපක්ෂ මන්ත්‍රීවරයාගේ නිවස ඉදිරිපිටත් වෙඩිතැබීමේ සිද්ධියක් වාර්තා වුණා. වන්නිනායක කියන නීතිඥවරයාගේ පැහැර ගැනීමේ සිද්ධියක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් පසුගියදා වාර්තා වුණා. මේ සම්බන්ධයෙන්
يعني मैं එතුමා තමයි කතා කරේ පැහැර ගන්න.
ඒ සිද්ධියක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් එතුමා වාර්තා කරා. මොකක්ද මේ
නෑ එතුමා දාලා තිබ්බ එතුමාගේ මම ඒක බැලුවා. එතුමා දාලා තිබ්බ එතුමාගේ නිවස.
He said that there were 4 suspicious persons near his house and that they attempted to assault him. His story is very clear and it was reported. Investigations have commenced into the incident.
ඒ සම්බන්ධව වාර්තාවන් කරලා තියෙන සම්බන්ධව පරීක්ෂණ ආරම්භ කරලා තිබුණා.
අද අලුයම දෙවීම වාර්තා
සියලු දේ පරීක්ෂා කරනවා. පරීක්ෂණ ආරම්භ කරනවා.